through this portion of the summer, have you accomplished what you hoped to, rewinding a few weeks back?
Yeah, no. I say 50-50. I feel like I'm still trying to, solidify myself in this offense. I'm still trying to win the job, obviously. I'm just still trying to just grow. So I would say, there's some type of improvement, but I haven't pretty much, so to speak, achieved anything yet.
You said, I think maybe last week, that you're approaching like you're the starter, but you have to earn it.
Right.
In your mind, is it still up in the air?
I mean, they still haven't said who was the quarterback yet, so pretty much is still up in the air. So I'm just trying to do my job, do everything I can to help myself win this job. And then, anything the team needs from me, I'm pretty much open and available to helping them out any sort of way. So just trying to do my part and just let everybody else make their decision.
A couple of the guys and some coaches have said they think this has been your best camp. Do you agree?
I would like to agree. I would like to say I've improved from my first two camps, but there's still a lot of room for improvement. I feel like I'm nowhere near where I want to be. Yeah, I've been better throughout this camp, but there's still things I need to work on, still things I need to clean up, and I still got to be a better quarterback for this team. So yes, I've improved, but there's still work to be done.
Do you think you guys have made this a tough decision, you and Daniel? You think you and Daniel have made it a tough decision?
I would like to say yeah, because we've both been trying to put our best foot forward. We've both been grinding, trying to take over the team. So they haven't made a decision yet, so I think we're doing a good job.
Everyone talks about how competition's supposed to bring out the best in you guys. Do you feel like it's brought something new? Have you felt that to this point? Has it helped you out?
I feel like it's brought a lot of energy to the team. One of our goals this year is to, be physical and have an edge to ourselves. Don't be complacent, never get satisfied with the little things. So I feel like our competition has opened up the competition for everybody. Kind of kick the door open for everybody to work hard. But we're just trying to improve. Just grow as a team and just go win.
Anthony, how do you sum up today for the offense?
Decent day. Got a couple touchdowns in, a couple first downs, but turn the ball over, a few false starts, penalties that we can knock out. Then, snap stuff, we got to get the snap. So decent day from the good things we did, but nowhere where we want to be.
What's the balance like on Saturday for you to deem it a success for yourself?
For one, stay healthy, stay in the game, That's probably the biggest thing I need to, focus on and be able to just be out there on the field, because the best ability is availability. So I just want to make sure I'm staying healthy throughout the game and throughout the season. But just making my reads, doing my job as a quarterback, moving the ball, putting up points, just doing what a quarterback should do.
Did you have that thought at all when you left the previous preseason game? Of like, man, here we go again? Or?
Nah, not necessarily, because it was just a small thing to me. I was just like, well, that's unfortunate, my finger's like that. But I was trying to get back in the game. They told me, they ruled me out. But, I'm still out here working. I'm still out here running around, practicing, having fun. So it's just something small, and I'm just looking forward to Saturday.
Did it affect you at all in the practices since then, or have you been able to put it out of your mind?
Oh, yeah, I haven't been worried about it. It's probably affected me more the day of, when I was trying to get back out there. But lately, I've just been taping it up and just going out there and working. It hasn't stopped me from throwing the ball, and I feel like I've been throwing it pretty decent, even with the finger like this. But I'm just trying to do my job as a quarterback.
Anthony, how much have you grown as a person and a player? So it seems like yesterday you were drafted, but here we are 2 years later. How have you progressed on the field and off?
A lot of things have changed since I got drafted. I got drafted at 20, so young, don't really know a lot, learning a lot in this league. Learned a lot from a lot of people around me, and I feel like the people I have around me have shaped me into a better man. The things I've been through have shaped me into a better man. My teammates have helped me, become a better man. And I just feel like all that just transitions into my play style, just being a better player. Because, if you, build up your character and become a great man, then everything else will take care of itself. Because, God has a plan, and I just want to be a great man of Christ and just let Him take over the way.
Do you think you have a better understanding of like what it means to be a franchise quarterback? Being a little bit older now versus being 20 coming into the league.
I feel like I have an idea of it. I wouldn't say I have a complete understanding of it yet because, I haven't been tagged as the franchise guy yet. So there's still some things I'm trying to learn, but I definitely know a little bit more about the NFL and how things should be taken care of and how your business should be put first. But I'm just working, and I'm just trying to be the best version of myself for everybody that's here.
Ed Dowd mentioned that like you kind of came up through like the COVID year or whatever, and he was saying even like something like note taking and all of that. was a little bit different because some of the stuff you had to do was like virtual at Florida or whatever. So for you, what was that transition like? And I guess what did you learn about some of like the, I guess, behind the scenes stuff that might look different from what you learned because of circumstances you were in?
The behind the scenes stuff, like, I would like to think you're talking about film and all that.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's anything different. You know, it's probably more intensive. You know, you got to put more work in to be a professional in this league. But I feel like if you want to be great, you got to do what the greats do. You got to put the work in watching the film. You got to put the work in studying your playbook, and that's something I've been doing since college. You know, college has taught me a lot of that. But I feel like as I got here, I kind of took a deeper step and a deeper dive into that because being a master of your craft, it just makes it easier to go out there and perform. So I'm just trying to do that, but I don't feel like there's that much of a difference, but the intensity.
That play against Baltimore got a lot of attention, obviously. Have you done anything just different or extra since then to just kind of prepare yourself for the next time that situation comes up?
For one, making sure I know exactly my problem when it comes to those offensive plays. I thought I was good, but obviously I wasn't. So that's a knock on me. I got to be prepared better. I got to make sure I'm doing my job better. Even if something like that does happen, I got to just leave it in the past and just continue to grow. I haven't necessarily been too focused on it. Coach is hard, making sure I know what I'm doing every step of the way. So I'm just trying to take a deeper dive into that and just making sure I understand the offense a lot more, just so I can make things like that easier.